The next track is Live Forever, which is, I don't know, I suppose this is the most marketable song, if I were that way inclined. Basically, I recorded it in Middle Farm, which is a really, really nice studio down in Devon. And it's the studio of a chap called Pete Miles, who's the producer there. And I don't think I felt more like an imposter all the way through, because first off, I didn't get to speak to him initially, it was through his manager. So I was having to speak via this chap called Alex, who was just militantly not letting me get past him for quite a long time. I finally got to speak to Pete. He was really sort of calm over the phone, and again, me feeling like an imposter, he made me feel like maybe not quite as much of an imposter. But anyway, we organised it, and I'm very keen for a violin for this song. I've always heard a violin part in this, and there's a bit of a solo chance for it at the end. So I mentioned that to Pete, and I said, oh, you know, do you know anyone? And he's like, yeah, Seth Lakeman lives just down the road, I'll just get him in. I think, oh, okay, Seth Lakeman, fine. Turns out the dates that I'm going down there, he has a band in for the rest of that week, and he's asked them to, you know, tag on a day in front of their session to help me out. And I get an email from Alex saying, oh, that's an amazing group of players. Yeah, we've got Mark Elliott, who's going to be playing bass. We've got a chap called Matt Swales, who's a drummer and very highly regarded. Martin Brown, who's a keyboardist, very highly regarded. And then I'm told this chap called Matt Zara is on the train on the way. He's going to be with us sort of mid-morning. He's apparently won a Grammy. So I'm starting to feel very nervous again, and I'm really aware that none of them have really heard the song. I've only finished writing the current lyrics maybe a couple of nights ago. I'm not confident that I can play the song through all the way without making any mistakes. There's all sorts of things going through my head. I'm nervous is the word. At one point, he's sort of getting a few things ready and then just pulls this chair up in front of me. So I'm sitting on my chair, and he just sits maybe, I don't know, like a metre away from me, crosses his arms and says, play the song. I've got my guitar, okay. So yeah, I sort of stumble through the song, feeling very self-conscious, because this is the first time any of them have heard, and they're all milling around in the background, and I'm sure they're all, even though they're not looking like it, I'm sure they're all having a listen, thinking, right, what have we got to deal with today? Through the morning, I just played the song through, just over and over again. Gradually, the other guys just sort of started to sort of set up and started joining in and just jamming it out a bit. And then gradually, the song started to take shape. Meanwhile, Matt Zara walks in from the station, just basically just sets up and starts playing along immediately. One point where I think Maxwell's just switched the rhythm of the drums a bit, and it's suddenly all clicked. And then of course Seth Lakeman, just as he does, he turns up with his violin, and he sort of bounces in the room and play through maybe a few takes. And out of those takes, that's the final song. And then he just off he's gone again. Soren Bryce, who's Pete's studio assistant, she'd just been in the booth improvising a vocal backing, and it was diffusing around the room. It was amazing. It was a real experience. So yeah, and beyond that, once that take was done, there was just complete relief. It was like, wow, that was cool. We've got the song now. Anything else is just a bonus. And then we spend the rest of the day just adding bits to the song, and the whole thing was awesome. And it was such a nice experience, and yeah, completely different from anything else I'd done.